Hi artists, it's Miss Kane, and today we're going to do an Iggy Peck Architect Challenge. I have the book Iggy Peck Architect. It's written by Andrea Beatty and it's illustrated by David Roberts. This is my number one favorite picture book. I've read it so many times that I have it memorized. So I want to share the book with you first, and then I want to talk about our challenge and share our I can statements. So this is Iggy Peck Architect. See if I can get the whole book. Young Iggy Peck is an architect and has been since he was 2, when he built a great tower in only an hour with nothing but diapers and glue. Good gracious, Ignatius, his mother exclaimed, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But her smile faded fast as a light wind blew past, and she realized those diapers weren't clean. Ignatius, my son, what on earth have you done? That's disgusting and nasty. It stinks. But Iggy was gone. He was out on the lawn using dirt clods to build a great sphinx. When Iggy was 3, his parents could see his unusual passion would stay. He built churches and chapels from peaches and apples and temples from modeling clay. At dinner one night, to his father's delight, Iggy got a bright gleam in his eye and out on the porch built the St. Louis Arch from pancakes and coconut pie. Dear Ig had it made until 2nd grade when his teacher was Miss Lila Greer. On the very first day, she had this to say, "We do not talk of buildings in here. Gothic or Romanesque, I couldn't care less about buildings ancient or new." She said in her lecture about architecture, it had no place in grade 2. That might seem severe, but she was sincere, for when she was no more than 7, she'd had a great fright at a dizzying height in a building so tall it scraped heaven. On the architect's tour on the 95th floor, young Lila got lost from the group. She was found 2 days later on a step elevator eating cheese with a French circus troupe. Since that day, it's quite safe to say she thought all building lovers were nuts. And as a teacher, she taught that, above all, one ought to avoid them. No ifs, ands, or buts. As you might guess, it would cause Iggy stress to hear such terrible talk. But he didn't hear. He sat in the rear while building a castle of chalk. "You, Iggy Peck, your desk is a wreck. Tear down that castle right now. You will not build in here. Is that perfectly clear? Do you need to see Principal Howe?" "No, ma'am," Iggy said as he lowered his head and his heart sank down to the floor. With no chance to build, his interest was killed. Now 2nd grade was a bore. After 12 long days that passed in a haze of reading, writing, and arithmetic, Mrs. Greer took the class to the Blue River Pass for a hike and an old-fashioned picnic. They crossed an old trestle to a small island nestled in the heart of a burbling stream, when they no sooner passed and the footbridge collapsed and Miss Lila Greer started to scream. "We're trapped here! Oh my! Alas, kids, goodbye!" Her eyes rolled back in her head. She dropped to the ground with a vague groaning sound. Luckily, fainted, not dead. The class was amazed. They stood there quite dazed, uncertain of what they should do. But one bright young man was off hatching a plan which started with Miss Lila's shoe. Soon each lad and lass at Blue River Pass was working together as one. And when she came to, Miss Lila Greer knew that something quite brave had been done. She looked in the air and saw hanging there a structure with cables and braces, and on the far side, beaming with pride, were 17 young smiling faces. Boots and strings, fruit roll-ups and things, some of which should not be mentioned, were stretched ridge to ridge in a glorious bridge, dangling from shoestring suspension. It all became clear to Miss Lila Greer as she crossed the bridge over the stream. There are worse things to do when you're in grade 2 than spend your time building a dream. Now every week at Blue River Creek Elementary in 2nd grade, all the school kids can hear, along with Miss Greer, how the world's greatest buildings were made. Their weekly guest speaker in t-shirt and sneakers talks of buildings from Rome to Quebec. Of course, he's the guy who builds Tower from Pie, that brilliant young man, Iggy Peck. I absolutely love this book because it's a story about school, but it's the teacher who learns a lesson. She learns a lesson that sometimes it's valuable to follow your passions and your gifts and how they're useful to other people. And we're going to have an Iggy Peck challenge today. We have 2 I can statements. The first one is I can select a building material and create an architectural structure. And our second one is I can identify the medium or media that I use to create my architectural structure. So in art, the word medium is describing what material you're using to make your project. And if someone says media, it means that it's plural and it has more than one material that it's made from. And so I was going to give you a few ideas, and you can choose any media that you want to build from. So here's some ideas. An architectural structure means it could be a building, it could be a bridge, it could be a tower. It doesn't have to be a house, it could be a school or a grocery store or a stadium, any kind of structure that you would like. So this is an example that's made from cardboard, and they just use scrap cardboard. So this is the medium of this structure is cardboard. This one's made from wooden blocks. So the medium of this structure are blocks. You could build with Legos if you've got Legos at your house, and so your medium would be Legos. You could build a pillow fort with blankets and pillows and soft things around your house, and so that would be media because it would be made of more than one object, because pillows and blankets are 2 different materials. You could build with food. This example is made out of graham crackers and cake icing, so it has 2 media, graham crackers and cake icing. And then this structure is made out of marshmallows and uncooked spaghetti noodles. So it's made of media, spaghetti noodles, and marshmallows. So you're going to get to choose the material that you use, and you can build anything you want. I'm going to build in a little bit, and Holland and Quinn are going to build, and then we'll share what we created with you, and I hope that you'll share with me what you decided to make. Thanks.
My name is Shannon. My name is Quinn.
And how old are you?
I am 5 and still I am 5 and yes. Do not say anything. Be quiet.
How old are you?
3.
You're 3. And Holland, can you tell me what you made?
I made a castle.
You made a castle. And what medium did you use to build it out of? What did you make it out of?
A castle.
Blocks. Okay, Quinn, what did you build yours out of?
I built a city and I made it into blocks too.
They look so good. Thank you so much, guys. All right, so this is my example of my architectural structure. It's made out of several different media. I have cardboard, toilet paper rolls, party straws, scrap paper, tape, and washi tape. And I used all of those things to build my castle. Oh, and paint, because we painted it. You don't have to paint yours. And my cardboard is made out of a goldfish box. You can see on the inside, you can still see it. If you have time, you can paint on the inside, but we were just trying to do a quick little castle example. I hope that you enjoy this, and I can't wait to see what you create. You can post photos of your structures in the comments, or you can email them to me at amkuhn@auburnschools.org. I can't wait to see what you create, and be sure that you tell me what medium or media you use to create your structure. Bye, guys.